Ever feel like you're grinding day and night, doing way more than your job description, and still waiting for that raise that never comes? You're not alone. Man, it feels like you're giving everything but the paycheck doesn't change. Meanwhile, rent's going up, gas is insane, and student loans are like this heavy backpack you can't take off. They told us, just work hard and you'll get noticed. Reality check? That's actually the fastest way to stay invisible. Companies love it when you keep quiet and keep grinding, because it keeps the system running without them paying you more. We were sold this dream: go to school, get the degree, land a job, and climb the ladder. But here's the ugly truth: the ladder's broken. Raises don't magically happen just because you showed up and played by the rules. What if I told you the absolute worst time to ask for a raise is when you actually need one? Sounds backwards, right? But that's exactly why so many people stay stuck. They wait until desperation instead of playing it smart. And the worst part, you see coworkers with half your skills getting promoted. Or some guy jumps ship to another company and instantly makes 15 grand more. Meanwhile, you're sitting there thinking, what am I doing wrong? If you don't figure this out, you'll stay stuck in the hamster wheel forever. Years go by, underpaid, undervalued, while everyone else moves ahead. You deserve more, but you have to take control or you'll just keep spinning. Here's the truth: the best time to ask for a raise has nothing to do with how long you've been at the company and everything to do with timing psychology. Hey, what's up guys? John here. Welcome back to Cash Plan with John, your go-to channel for money moves and career hacks. Your journey to financial freedom starts here. Before we jump in, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future tips to grow your wallet and your confidence. Quick heads up, this is for educational purposes only, not personal financial or career advice. Stick with me because in this video we're breaking down the exact moments when asking for a raise works best, how to prepare for it, the traps to avoid, and how to frame the conversation so you don't sound needy, but powerful. In this video, the best time to ask for a raise, it's not what you think. Let's dive in. Here's the truth, man. Raises aren't really about how long you've been sitting at that desk. They're about catching the right moment when your value is crystal clear and undeniable. Think about it. If you just grind quietly for 2 years, nobody notices. But when you crush a big project, deliver something amazing, and the whole team's talking about it, that's your wave to ride. It's like surfing, bro. You don't just paddle around all day hoping. You wait for the right wave. And then you go all in with everything you've got. The pitfall most guys fall into? They just wait for their annual review like it's some magic moment. But by then, it's too late. The wave has already passed. Instead, you got to be ready to make your move when opportunity shows up. When your boss sees you at your peak, that's when you speak up. That's when your ask actually lands. Remember this quote: luck isn't random. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. That's how you win the raise game. Here's the real talk: asking for a raise at the wrong time doesn't just mean you miss a little cash today. It actually sets you back for years. The money you don't get now could have been growing with every paycheck. Think about it. If you get even a 5% raise this year, that becomes your new base. Next year, the next bump is calculated on that bigger number. That's compounding. And it makes a huge difference long term. Now imagine the opposite. You stay quiet, no raise. And 5 years later, you're wondering why your paycheck feels stuck. That silence can literally cost you tens of thousands over time. Here's the kicker. People think, it's just $1,000 more a year. Who cares? But $1,000 multiplied over 10 years? That's $20,000 you just left on the table. That's why timing matters. It's not about waiting until your boss remembers you. It's about catching the moment when your value is undeniable and locking that into your paycheck. Warren Buffett said it best: don't save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Think of raises the same way. Grab the value first, then build on it. So let's talk about what a raise really means. It's not just about bigger numbers on your paycheck, it's about freedom. Freedom to breathe a little, live without that constant money stress hanging over your head. Imagine this: instead of scraping by every month, you suddenly have breathing room. That extra cash could go to crushing your debt way faster. It's like finally seeing light at the end of a tunnel you've been stuck in for years. Or maybe that raise lets you start investing earlier. Think about it, just a couple years of head start can snowball into something huge later. Future you will be fist bumping present you for making that move. Now picture using that raise for lifestyle upgrades that actually matter. Like finally moving out of that cramped studio into a place where you can breathe, host friends, and build a real home vibe. But here's the trap, don't let that raise become just fun money. Blowing it all on gadgets or parties won't change your future. The smartest move is turning that raise into stability, freedom, and long-term growth. At the end of the day, a raise isn't just money, it's a chance to reshape your life. Like Epictetus said, wealth isn't about owning a ton, it's about needing less. And with the right timing, your raise could be the start of that freedom. So let's flip it. If there's a best time to ask for a raise, there are definitely the worst times too. And trust me, going in at the wrong moment can crush your chances before you even start. Let's break down the big ones you need to avoid. Number 1. Don't ask right after your company just announced layoffs or budget cuts. That timing makes it look like you're not reading the room, and honestly, it puts your boss in an awkward spot. Instead of feeling impressed, they'll just think you're tone deaf. Number 2. Don't hit up your manager when they're swamped or clearly stressed out. If they're buried in deadlines, your request will feel like just another headache. You want them calm, open, and actually able to listen. Number 3. Don't even think about asking if you haven't documented your wins. If you can't show the value you bring, it feels more like begging than negotiating. Always have receipts, proof of your results before you walk in. And here's a big pitfall, don't make it about your personal struggles, your bills, your rent, your car payment. That's not your boss's responsibility. They pay for value, not problems. So keep the focus on what you bring to the table. Remember, asking at the wrong time isn't just bad luck, it's a strategy mistake. Don't confuse being busy with being valuable. Like John Wooden said, don't mistake activity with achievement. The best time to make your move is right after you deliver results that can't be ignored. You've wrapped up that huge project, crushed the goals, or boosted revenue in a way that's obvious to everyone. That's when you strike, because numbers talk louder than any speech. Another golden moment is right after a killer performance review. Your boss has literally just told you how awesome you're doing, so why not connect the dots? That's prime time to say, cool, glad you agree. Let's talk about compensation. If your role has expanded way beyond what you were originally hired for, that's leverage too. You're basically doing two jobs but still on one paycheck. Time to remind them that growth deserves recognition and pay that matches. Got outside offers or market data? That's like having a secret weapon. You don't have to be cocky about it, just use it as proof that the market values you hire. It's leverage without burning bridges. These are the moments when asking for a raise doesn't feel random, it feels earned. You've got the timing, the proof, and the leverage all on your side. That's what makes it a power play. Remember, opportunities don't just fall in your lap. You create them by stacking the right timing with the right proof. That's how you turn a simple ask into a winning move. First off, start with gratitude. Thank your boss for the role, the opportunities, and the trust they've given you. Kicking off on a positive note sets the tone for a real conversation instead of a clash. Next, don't make it about entitlement. Make it about contribution. Instead of saying you deserve it, show how you've added value to the team. Bosses respect impact more than demands. Numbers talk, man. Show your boss the revenue you helped save or earn, the productivity you boosted, or the clients you kept happy. Hard facts beat vague feelings every single time. Here's the pitfall. Don't say I need more money. That makes it personal and kinda awkward. Instead, flip it into I bring this much value, and I think it's fair we talk about compensation. Frame it like a win-win. You're not just asking for yourself. You're showing how this raise keeps you motivated to keep bringing results. That mindset shifts the whole vibe of the meeting. At the end of the day, remember this quote, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. The raise conversation is a skill, and like any skill, the more you practice, the smoother it gets. All right, guys, first step, build your brag doc. Write down all your wins, the projects you crushed, and the times you went above and beyond. It's not about bragging. It's about having proof ready when the moment comes. Next move, research salary benchmarks. Don't walk in blind, man. Use sites like Glassdoor or BLS to know exactly what the market says your skills are worth. Step 3. Timing is everything. Pick the right moment, like right after a big win or when the company is setting budgets. That's when your ask has the most power. Now, rehearse it. Practice with a friend or even in front of a mirror. The key is to sound confident and professional, not desperate. Keep your tone calm and respectful. Remember, you're not begging. You're showing the value you bring. Confidence plus humility is the winning combo. Final step, don't wait for years to pass by. Start prepping today. Because every raise you delay is money you're leaving behind. Your future self will thank you. Raises aren't about tenure, they're about leverage. Right timing equals after wins. Not when you're broke. Frame it as value, not desperation. Asking for a raise is less about begging for money and more about showing your worth. If this helped you, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this with a friend who's been grinding without recognition. Drop a comment. When do you think is the best time to ask for a raise? Let's swap strategies down there. This is Cash Plan with John. Your journey to financial freedom starts here. Remember, you're not asking for a favor, you're claiming the value you already bring. Catch you in the next one.